January's K-pop was full of so many new songs, but today we're discussing an androgynous quartet, 7 men getting weak in the knees for a snake, and a girl group with their first independent single and without a member.
Ooh, it's time for the January 2025 Pop Up. And this month, we're joined by one of our favorites, Jasmine Stephen, producer of the Kelly Clarkson Show. Welcome back.
Yeah,
Welcome back.
hi. Thank you so much for having me back. I feel really honored to be back and then to say maybe I'm your first starting off your 2025 year. I'm very happy to be starting it off right and well and with a lot of opinion. So,
Come on now. Come on. Hello. Keep it real here.
Yes. So as you mentioned, Kelly Clarkson Show, you do have the responsibility of bringing on a lot of cool guests, some of them being K-pop artists. So any segments that you want to promote that you've been working on?
so this year I can't. We're crossing our fingers for potentially. I can't say who, but if people can read between the lines, or maybe maybe they want to be behind the scenes or something like that.
Oh, hello.
So I don't know. Like, so we're working a lot always here at the Kelly Clarkson Show. So I can't say anything just officially just yet, but as soon as I can, I'm gonna blast it all over the internet.
And you are a self-declared GOT7 stan.
Yes. I got to
Yes.
say, let's go.
Want me? I'll stand
Come
up.
on,
Like,
I'll
I'll stand up. Yeah, those are my boys. Like, I love them. They have been hip hop and R&B oriented since I've met them. Like, they just have something that is just a little bit swaggy, which is unexpected. And like the music is so good, and even their solo stuff is really good, and their little duets. Oh, I love them so much. So I'm so excited to be able to discuss Python today. So, and I'm not even gonna lie. I will be biased.
Oh, she said I'm not gonna lie. Okay.
That's okay. That's okay. You'll still give your honest opinions on the other two songs, though, of
We're
course.
all gonna be honest. Just make you
Yes.
one is just a little bit more skewed positively honest.
All right, y'all. So if you are new to CCTV and our Pop Off episodes, every month we put up polls on our Patreon, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube community pages at CCTV Pops, and you all get to vote for 3 of K-pop or K-pop adjacents' biggest releases of the month to battle it out in our song, video, and performance rounds. And of course, Patreon members get priority choice. So make sure you come join us at patreon.com/CCTV Pops. We do have a free tier. So baby girl, come on. What you doing? Come on now. Come hang out with us. And our producers, Emily, George, Lily, Louie, Julianne, Janelle, Shaquille, Jonathan, Jasmine, Darius, and Ren.
Yes. And as a reminder, this is meant for pure fun. Please don't take it too seriously. You should join in and let us know wins for you in all of these categories in the comments. So this month, you voted for XLOV's I'm a Bee, GOT7's Python, and BBGIRLS with Love 2. So let's get ready to rumble.
Round 1.
All right, first up in the ring is XLOV with I'm a Bee. And this was done by Nuvo, Slay, Avon, Steven Castle, Kula, Opro, and member Wu Muti. Okay. Oh boy, oh boy. Jasmine, you are a guest. We're going to let you kick it off. What did you think of I'm a Bee?
I thought I'm a Bee interesting. Like, it really was. I was just like, oh, okay. Sonically, it was like, okay, I like the way we're starting it because I'm an R&B girly and stuff like that. I thought it was very interesting. Like sonically, I was like, okay, I like the way this is going. I thought the movement was, I know we talk about things separately, but I thought overall it was so good. Like, it was so good until we got to the chorus. And then my brain was like, like it just felt like it was trying to be in 2 different keys all at once, but it didn't mesh well. And then once it got to the woo-ah part, it kind of like sonically got back to where we needed to be. But that chorus was jarring the first time I heard it, to the point where I was just like, who made that decision? But I thought that, like, for this to be, because I don't really know much about this group. Are they a new group?
Yes, they are new. 2 of them are from Boys Planet and like other competition shows, so people know them. 2 of the members, yeah.
For this to be a new group, I was like, this is a pretty solid standing. That chorus though just really needs a lot and a lot and a lot of work. But besides that, I thought I really enjoyed it.
Okay, okay. You know, that's valid. That's valid. I feel like I share the same sentiment. Um, but I will say when I heard it as well, I was like, okay, what is this? What's going on? It's interesting because the vocals are, I would say, performed well considering the thematic elements of the song. Like it's like I'm a bee, whatever it is that you want me to be, whatever you need me to be. There is a little bit of was it dancing on the walls of prejudice or something? I forgot the word. But the point is, you know, being different and being unafraid of that difference. I think there's a sensuality to the delivery, which does make it sound like a girl group could have sang it. I like Wumuti's voice and what's it? Hyun. They are the ones who have like the stronger voices, I would say. Like Hyun is the one who did the bridge. And I was like, oh, honey, you better take me somewhere. You better come on, Bridgerton. Take me somewhere. So I do enjoy that. I would say Haru and Rui, they do decent jobs of singing, like the falsetto notes and like the more delicate notes. So it's cool. I like that the production sounds like a lullaby. It creates like this really hypnotic effect. So it has like all this interesting thing happening. I also agree. I can't say I love that girl crush intensity of that silly, yeah. I was like, what is happening? It was cheesy. It was cheesy. I'm not gonna mince words here. It was cheesy. And unfortunately, it was whack in terms of melody. Like it could have been something like, yeah, if you're gonna sit there and take the bass line away from the song to kind of create this impactful chorus, because when the chorus came back in with the I'm a Bee, there was like a little bit of a whirling sound. There was something happening. The bass came back on, and I was like, yeah. But the top line for that if you want to call it that, was not it for me. But I see what they were trying to do sonically in terms of production. I just think melodically, it was just like, girl, you tried it. You shouldn't have. You know,
I'm glad you saw. I'm glad you could see it.
But yeah, I mean, I guess it's not bad. I would say it's giving like only one of and Taemin meshed together to give like an androgynous slow burn song. So I do appreciate the concept of like those two artists separate being brought together to attempt this. But this isn't anything like brand new. I mean, listen, you know, honestly, it's not something new.
Yeah, I mean the whole like androgynous thing, I guess is new more visually than it is sonically. I was also thinking very Taemin inspired for sure. And yeah, I kind of wrote the same note about it being kind of sultry. So it could be sung by a girl group. It works in terms of the whole concept of their group, I guess.
Yeah.
With the chorus, look, I think they were just trying to do something jarring on purpose so that it would kind of like catch your attention.
Yeah.
I would have produced it very differently. Like, I think it could have been like whispered.
Oh, yeah, silly,
or something. Yeah, silly girl. You know, like instead of this like weird, like sassy delivery that they give, because it just takes all like the sultriness out of it. Yeah, and then that final chorus, I wish there was just a final climax, because they did try to bring the production and give a bit more intensity, but I just need some ad-libs or something, I think, just to really kind of just end it properly. But look, for a first single, I'm not mad at it. I remember it.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So, okay, go off, XLOV. All right, guys, moving right along, we have Player 2, GOT7 with Python. And this was done by Bam Bam, Kyle Reynolds, Joe Pepe, Nick Lee, Jackson Fox, and Symphony. Jason Fox and Symphony. I do apologize. But guys, sometimes these names, it's a cold read right now. I'm not going to hold you. I'm sight reading. Playing for my life just now. So Jazz, kick us off. My fellow Agase, how do you feel about Python? Oh, my face.
I want to say, dear Lord, a lot of bad things have happened already this year. The one good thing, Lord, and I thank you for it. It's GOT7 getting back together, baby.
Yeah.
Listen, hallelujah. I thought that Python was the right single to drop for their welcome back. It's the right tempo. It's the right thing. Like, even the lyrics are playful. I know that they didn't say like vagina wrapped around me like a python, but that's what I heard the first time.
That's wild. You're wild.
And you go back and listen to it, you too will hear it. Because they say like put or she put it on me, something like that. And I was just
Right.
like,
Right.
oh, okay. I thought it's grown and sexy. That's what they do well. It's just the
Mm.
winter Pythagorean theorem. I don't get
Oh,
it.
the
I didn't love it. Like I don't love that
yeah,
right
the
now.
title's not great.
Yeah, the title's not great, but like winter, summer, Pythagorean theorem. I'm there. I'm buying a ticket. I'm happy.
So
I was just really happy to see my boys back together. And Jackson Jackson looked good and healthy
yeah. Oh, honey, yes.
and healthy.
Yeah.
Bam Bam looks incredible. You know what, Mark Twain even like I was like, oh, Mr. Mark Twain, you still stay in LA? How you doing? But it was good. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. It went immediately on my playlist, and that's really hard to get any song on my playlist. So I'm overjoyed. I can't wait to see what they do next.
Not the
Okay.
bouncer in the club. She
You think
said,
it's up there with previous GOT7 title tracks?
I didn't say that.
That was a question. That was
she
a
said,
question.
don't be reaching. She said, don't
It's
be
a
reaching
good
now.
track. It's a good track to come back. Now, is that like look at me now? They do better, I think, at a little bit higher tempo.
Yes.
But that's why I said this is grown and sexy. This is something that they are comfortable with. So I enjoyed what they put out. But I am looking forward to the next songs. Like the bar, they met the bar. I know they can exceed it. So now it's time for them to exceed it. It's like, you run the first lap. You can't put all your energy behind the first lap. So that's what I think is happening. I can't wait till we see what comes out next.
Okay, got you. That's hilarious. I am also, like I said, Agase. So it's been 3 years since Na Na Na, and I like Na Na Na. Like it wasn't like, oh my god, the best thing ever, but like coming from like Just Right and like that wasn't
Right.
new for them. You know what I'm saying? Like Na Na Na.
Thursday, teenager.
Come on. Woo! Girl, teenager gets me, my girl, every time. So like it's not new for them. This though, they haven't done like really grown. Like Niga Hamyeon, like if you do, they did. Yeah, sure. Not by the Moon. Okay. It was like really angsty. But this one is more like R&B than it is K-pop, I would say. I mean, they already have a sound. Python's an interesting title because you already have a visual. I was praying to God there was no snakes in this video. We're going to talk about it later. But when I tell you I heard, I was like, Jesus. But yeah, I was surprised how much English was in the song. I was like, oh, this is English heavy. I like them. I like the concept of them being practically untouchable, except when it comes to this woman who like they cannot forget or let go. Because I'm like, it's talking about how famous you are. You're on stage. You're an icon. But this one chick got a hold on you like a pipe. Come on. So I feel like vocal standouts for me were Jin Young. I mean, he always sounds good. He's so fine. Jin Young always sounds good. Jackson as well, because he wasn't rapping in that way he got like mired in, like at JYP. And then Yugim, he's figuring out what to do with his tone. I feel like for me though, Young Jae vocally sounds better on the chorus than Bam Bam. I don't think this is like this wasn't where his throat was sitting. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the best. It's just a little out of range at one point or another. But for the most part, I think it does a good job of encapsulating where all of them kind of are. Like Yugim's doing R&B with J Park's label. JB singing about somebody's body. Everyone's singing about somebody's body at this point. They're grown. They grown. And this is what they, were giving, So I appreciate the effort.
Yes, I agree. I do think it's very authentic to where they are now. And it's kind of what I expected, but I mean that in a good way. Like it wasn't something horrible, like it was like, okay, this is kind of what I wanted from you. I will say, having listened to the project though, I do love the like songs like Smooth and Darling. And I think those could have worked too, actually, but I get that they were kind of going for this kind of cooler thing. I will say the chorus didn't really hit me actually the first few times I heard it, but it got stuck in my head so fast.
Yeah.
And I started just constantly singing it. So then now it has since grown on me.
Yeah.
I do wish it hit just a tad harder, maybe, just to take it up just another level. Or, of course, we always say, I wish there was a bridge. I think there could have been a bridge in this song as well.
Come on.
But yeah, overall, I think it's great. I love that they can kind of just do whatever they want at this point. Like everything is fully in their control, and you can feel that. Like when you listen to the whole project, you can kind of feel that.
Yes.
So yeah, very happy to have the boys back. Actually, just downloaded their concert So I will watch that
Ooh.
after we finish.
Ooh. All right. So moving right along to our final player, and it's BB Girls with Love 2. And this was done by Song Soo Yoon, Han Jae Ho, and Kim Sung Soo. And if you don't know the names, these two of the producers are from Sweet Tune. So Sweet Tune's back. Which
Yes.
is
And
really
if you also
exciting.
don't know, BB Girls are actually Brave Girls.
Yes.
Yes.
Minus
Now
one.
independent,
Yeah.
can't use their old name. And they also left Warner. So now they're like actually independent.
Yeah.
So
Which is awesome. Cool for them. Cool for them. All
And
right.
Down a member. Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
First time as a trio.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. So Jazz, do we like? Do we love? Do we hate?
Traditionally, girl groups are not like my faves.
Mm,
I
mm.
really love them. I really like this song. I really like. I love like the old school, like kind of like the warbly tone where it starts it off. It's just was in like, and just like I guess maybe because they're our age, you know, and it
Yeah.
feels it's so rare to see women in K-pop our age performing. So it was just really beautiful. What a fresh of breath air. And they were just, but it still was so girl like and so beautiful and youthful. And like, I really liked the song. Like, I really liked them. I was actually shocked how much I liked them. Like,
Mhm.
notoriously, when it comes to girl groups, I'm very much like, all right,
Ooh,
cool.
she said, okay, that was cute or
But
whatever.
like that, like I truly, like I really, really liked the song. Like I was I was blown away. I'm not gonna lie.
Listen, you know, it's my reaction is not giving what my actual feelings were. I was like, wow, really? Wow, really? But it's suspense, creating suspense. Um, was he real here? Because I like the retro 80s sound, and so
Yes.
it's so easy to do the whole weekend thing where it sounds like, you know, like this mid tempo or like up tempo thing, you know, all the lights or what the heck that song is called. But you
Mm.
know, Everglow did La Di Da. It just sounds like typical 80s. This one sounded like someone found a tape. And so the warbliness that you're talking about, I was like, someone found a tape and put it in the cassette player. And I like
Yeah.
that idea of it. It definitely sounded like the 80s. It sounded very sweet. Um, it's moody, a little bit, not in a bad way, but it kind of has like this uncertainty to it. The lyrics are also very cute. It's a confession. Like, if I open my heart, will you welcome me? Um, would it be all right if we held hands? So it's very sweet. Because let's be real here. Like, I don't care what age you are. If you meet someone, you're like, oh God, I hope this person likes me, bro, because we too old for this. Because you
Yeah.
know, like, and that's
Yeah.
what the song is kind of giving without being like aggressive. It's very sweet as well. And I think the way the post chorus kind of like goes, it could have come across as very like cheesy, but it's just the right amount of like, you know, na na na, woo na na na. Like, it's cute, not too
Mhm.
cheesy. The oh baby, it's very like catchy without trying too hard. Because I think in the past, as like a group, they have been trying to chase that catchy sound, like rolling, rolling, rolling. And then the other song they had, We Ride, like it was just trying to be catchy. This one just feels like, okay, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, whatever. It doesn't make it a bad song. It's just one of those easy listening. Um, but yeah, I think this is solid for like a hey, we're here. And
Mhm.
it's not following the trends of aespa. So they didn't do any kind of like fashion runway sound, right? They didn't do any girl crush concept. This is just existing on its own right now. You know,
Yes.
and it's not copying Illit, and they could
Yeah.
have done that because you know how groups do. The companies are like, let's copy this. So they could have done like some magnetic, super, you know, hyper pop sounding stuff, but they didn't. So kudos to them for
Yes.
that.
Yeah,
Kudos.
this whole 80s kind of city pop-ish
Oh yeah.
kind of
That's the
thing
word.
is perfect for them. Because when
Yeah.
I think of Brave Girls or now BB Girls, I do think vocals. And I'm actually a bit sad. Just shout out to Yoojung because she had my favorite voice in there. And she was also the most captivating performer as well. So it's kind of
Mm.
weird seeing them without her. But
Yes.
regardless of that, the other three have great vocal tones as well. It just sounds so open, very natural. They can all belt. And it's not forced, it's not nasal at all. And that's just refreshing to hear in women in K-pop because I just don't get why whoever vocal produces, all the vocal engineers, they love the
Yeah.
nasal kind
Yes.
of women. I don't know what
Yes.
that is. Anyway,
Yeah.
this song, yeah, the instrumental is so pretty. I think the melody is also super pretty. Like everything's just very twinkly. Like it does feel like the nighttime skyline scenes in animes, you know, like
Oh
the B-roll when everything is
Yes.
sparkling.
Oh my God,
That's what this feels
yeah.
like in the best
Yeah.
way. So yeah, I'm here
Aw.
for it.
Very cute. Okay, so we are at the final song. So out of all three, tell us your winner for the song round. So Jasmine, kick us off.
Hmm.
I know, but like, listen,
Mm,
listen. I
mm.
know what you guys think I'm gonna say.
Oh,
I'm actually gonna say BB Girls. That was my favorite because it was different. It was unexpected. I truly like. I found myself like I wasn't. I wasn't just excited because I knew this group. This is a new group to me, and so like the sound was just really like that's my pick. BB Girls. Like I really
mhm.
really enjoyed it. That's what I said. You guys were gonna expect it. I
No,
really liked it.
that's not true. Cause same BB girls for me. Like I like Python. Don't get me wrong. I love GOT7, but I think when I listened to this one, the way it grew on me, I was like, ooh, nah, nah. I was like, damn, got me. So I'm gonna give it to BB girls.
Wow. I'm so surprised. I thought I was going to be the only one that would choose PV Girls. Because, yes, also, I've been listening to this quite a lot. I really like it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Now it's all surprising each other. The Spider-Man meme.
Well, let's see if this continues with round 2, which is
Yes.
about the music video.
Round 2.
So let's
Mhm.
go back to XLOV with I'm a Bee.
I feel like even though it's a lower budget, it is visually striking. And whatever theme that they had, the idea was to, like, again, do it till the wheels fall off. Okay. The whole idea of being a rebel, standing out, it was pretty not uniform, but it was the follow through is really good. Even though the budget was low, everyone had a plan and they stuck with the plan. And there was no like, I have to figure this out, like what's going on. It was like, you're different, you're going to stand out. What are you going to do with that, right? I think the styling itself was striking. You have like Wooty with his rhinestone face. I mean, that's the thumbnail. It's like, why is his face covered in rhinestones? So it's nice. The members, I think each of them have their own kind of charisma, for sure. No one, I was like, oh goodness, get him off the screen. No one was like really sucking in terms of like presence. I do like the whole dancing in front of the wall of prejudice, the classmates that represent society, their faces were blurred out because, like, let's be real here, they don't matter. You know, if you love yourself, they don't matter. I think the desaturation in the video is probably the best thing because you have like this gray, almost dingy looking, very much me against the music looking like basement situation. And then the red comes out. You're like, whoa, what's happening here? So I think that does create a nice dystopian feeling in terms of like where the classroom is, and then that red, that those colors, the clothes that they're wearing is almost like freedom. I think the window scenes are the strangest thing in it because there's vegetables bouncing in the background at one point. And I was like, girl, I ain't come here for no Veggie Tales. But I mean, I do need an explanation. I'll take it. I would say though, I think that one of my favorite little sneak B-roll shots was the 4 queen pieces on the chessboard. Cause honey, you only get one. There was 4 on that board. I said, okay, what an awesome visual. So I think this one was solid for sure.
Yes, I was definitely entertained for sure. Like, they definitely kept my attention. I always complain with K-pop, it's just so saturated. It's like everyone, and I don't mean this in an offensive way, but everyone just looks the same because it's just like you just have
Yeah.
all these groups, you know, they're all the same age, and it's just like they're all doing the same concepts, and it's really hard to tell them apart. But in this case, they kept my attention, and I remember what they look like. So they did a good job. I have to shout out Rui, who does that. I mean, we'll talk about the choreography, but he's the one who gets on his knees and down and then does the contemporary like leg
Yeah.
thing in that first verse. And I was that's what got me. I was like, okay, I'm watching the rest of this video to see what else they do. So that was amazing. And yeah, I think the overall look, yes, very, very striking. I loved the kind of like creepy kind of like school/chess tournament kind of situation that we were in. I almost wish we actually saw them playing chess with these like faceless people. I thought they could have even played even more into the chess thing instead of the random like window scenes and stuff. Because there was like that like 3-second flash of a winner's podium that never came back. And I was like, oh, okay, so like you could have done more here.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
valid.
Or
That's
even
valid.
in one of the dance scenes, they're just like in front of 2 like exit doors, which I mean, I guess that could be, you know, next to the room where the chess was, and they do go through one of those doors. But else at the time, it was just kind of like I don't get why they're in this random hall. But you know, I'm just being nitpicky at this point. Like I said, it made an impact. I remember it, and that's hard with so many new groups kind of constantly coming out.
Yeah, that's valid. Super valid.
I love that you mentioned earlier, like that they're kind of like an androgynous group, and they were very much like making that statement in this, like, hey, we are different. We know that. We love that about ourselves, and we're gonna make sure that that's the focus. I really love that, and especially the for Queen. That's when I was just like, oh, this is leaning closer to just homosexuality than androgyny, which is like, holy cool, because like that would be so new for a K-pop group to be like, maybe we're not all gay, but we're clearly stating in this that it's okay for you to be gay. Now, some K-pop groups have said it, okay, but they've never put it in their music. So for them to like put it in the music and making this an anthem, and this like gay Koreans all over their country can watch this and feel less alone because it's speaking directly to them as students in school, feeling alone, wanting to wear rhinestones on their face, wanting to do makeup, wanting to be able to bend their back till it breaks, you know, like. I love this music video, and I thought it was really powerful for the message they were trying to create. I really enjoyed it. Like this two groups, it's a tough race today. Okay.
Okay, let's move on to GOT7, Python.
Okay, Python. You know, again, like I said before, I am so glad there were not nary a snake. What we're not gonna do is, you know, have a snake in the video. It's because you're talking about a snake. Because you weren't really talking about a snake. I do like the video for, I guess, the idea of them being like international superstars. So they're on the jet. You know, they're handsome guys living their best life. Like they definitely have a lot of good chemistry, I would say. You can see that in the video. I think in terms of like a storyline, there wasn't much. It was just more like the scenes and the moments in the video. They looked great in each of their scenes, I will say. The winter wonderland thing on the play park, the playground. There we go, on the playground. I get it. The album's called Winter Pythagorean Theorem. I get it. As you said, Tez, I totally get it. But I was like, it's a little bit random. But I will say it looks kind of cool because they're wearing like almost like this Western inspired. Like Bam Bam has like the hat on and the vest. So that whole like summery outfit with the winter looked super cool to me. I don't know why. I think it was just giving like mysterious and dark. And I was like, oh, you go play in the snow. I could never play in the snow in more ways than one. But here we are. We're playing in the snow. Hello. Like it's happened that history book. Anyway, but I think the whole concept of like the snow falling on them and like it's just, again, it's dark without looking like vampires, but they kind of did have like a little bit of a darkness to them. There was a little bit of a longing, but it wasn't like super angsty. It wasn't like this immature, like, oh my God, she doesn't love me. It was just like, how am I gonna get this girl? I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna go get her. And it's like there's a lot of confidence in their visuals. Again, I think because there's no storylines, a little bit like, okay, whatever. You're watching it just for the vibes. Absolutely. I think they did a good job of relaying confidence, charisma in this video for sure. I just think for me, probably like the solo scenes were like my fave, like Young Jay with the microphones or like them dancing in that red room. Bone apple teeth, absolute bone apple teeth, like things like that stood out to me.
Yeah. I mean, I love how cold the whole thing was. Like, it was kind of industrial. Like, even with that playground, like it looked like they were in a basement as well. Like, it wasn't like they were outside in the snow. Like, they were, they were like in a silo or something. But you know, I think it's the editing that wins this for sure. Because I think it's all of that, like zooming and warping and all the transitions between all the different scenes and stuff that is what makes it so visually like beautiful, I would say. I feel like if they just filmed it kind of more just kind of straight, it would be kind of boring. Like there wasn't anything that special about a lot of the scenes that they were in, but because you were getting kind of all these cool video effects, that's kind of what kept my attention, I would say. So yeah, I think overall it was a cool concept. Like it felt like it could have been like just also like a fashion shoot or something as well.
Yeah.
And they're all extremely good looking, so that
Yeah.
works for
Ooh.
them. And yeah,
Yes.
the chemistry is good. Like I said before, you don't need to put that much effort in. Like you know
Yeah.
they all want to be there,
Mm.
and just knowing that already kind of gives it a different energy as well. So yeah, I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. How about you, Jasmine?
I know you
I
like it.
really liked it. The playground scene really threw me off. It just
Yeah,
really
right?
threw me off
Mm,
because I was like, okay, I get it. I'm here. Playground? Like, I was just like, because it is such a grown and sexy song for them to be in like any type of childishness in the video whatsoever, like really just, it took me out of my fantasy. It took
Yeah.
me out of the place, like, because I do want to be like, I wouldn't have minded if they were like rolling around the snow. Like, I want to roll around the snow with you. That's sexy. Like, let's go. But like the playground, like that is how much I dislike the playground scene. Like,
Yeah.
I can't. It is that much of a strike for me because like it looks great. They always look great. Like chemistry's always been there. These are things that are like a constant through them. And so like as someone who's a fan of them, I want to see them grow in their artistry as well, right?
Yeah.
This music video didn't feel like growth to me. It just felt like a GOT7 music video. So
Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, they were literally sliding down the slide. I mean, it lost all of its like, ooh,
it
daddy
lost the
moments.
plot.
yeah, I think they were
Oh,
they just wanted something to do that would be fun for them to do.
Yeah,
let's make that a digital video you put on the YouTube channel. If you're making a music video about grown and sexy, you talk about, you know, I'm an icon. Like you just like, they give me that shit.
Yeah.
Don't play no playground.
Mm.
That's so bad because everything else was super dark. But so, guys, now we're going to talk about the BB girls. Is it baby girls? Baby girls. BB girls love to. All right. So for me, I think I like the office worker look. I don't know why. No, I do know why actually. It's because it's interesting seeing an older group embodying a mature everyday life concept because so easily stylists like put them in juvenile dresses, like with layers, instead of just putting them in like single layer dresses or like flattering clothes. It's always like make them look young. Girl, they're not, let's stop. They're not young, they're not old, they're women. At the end of the day, they're women. I know like once you hit 21, that's like geriatric in K-pop, but like it's just like let them be grown women. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoy that the colors represented in the video were neutral and there's a lot of like smoothing in the video. Like the effect of the video was smooth. Like everything looks like nice and comforting and inviting. I think the I'm here on the newspaper was interesting. I wish we could have got a little bit more shots of that. Like I feel like I don't want to have to keep pausing the video to see what it says, but I think there were coordinates on them. I'm trying to figure out how like what the point of them being in that building was with the cans and the strings. But quick little tin hat moment, so connected to strings, it was giving call center, the girls were looking for each other, they found each other. I thought we would get like a search party up until like maybe like 3/4 of the video. I was waiting for them to like, girl, where you at, girl, where you at? But it was like as soon as they hit it, they were like, oh girl, what's up, you know? So I was just like, so I was like, okay, that part of the plot is done. But it seems like they were trying to figure out how to create a PA system so they can like, you know, so their voices could be heard all over the world. I don't know. It's cute. I don't know what it all means. There is an epilogue with the man finding the can at the end. So maybe like the broadcast did get, the revolution was televised. I don't know. But like, don't know for sure. So I feel like there's a little bit of ambiguity in the video that I'm not too keen on. But not bad for it to be like an independent release and look as good as it did. And the concept be really cute and the camera work was really cute with the girls. They feel like they're happy to be together. And I felt that, you know, like the woo woo nah nah part with them like baby looking at each other. It was cute. It wasn't like childish. Like, I mean, come on, again, they're women. They're not like ancient and like in coffins. Like they're allowed to have life and be lively. And I saw that in the video. So I appreciate that.
Yes. Yeah, I agreed with you. I was like, oh, they found each other so fast. Like by the first chorus, I guess they were like, oh, I guess the first chorus they already need to be doing this dance together. But then we had this whole intro And I was like, this could have just been that first verse of the song. Like, this did not
Oh,
need to be
yeah.
this whole minute and a half situation where not much was going on. So yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. The pacing was a little odd, but I think in terms of concept, you're correct. Like, I think it was them. They're trying to blast out this message to their fans. Like, they're in this new stage of their career, so they want to make sure their fans can find them. And then I think that man at the end is a fan finding them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I think you're
Nice.
correct in all of that. But I think the whole idea of the cans and the strings and the whole visual of it, it was so well done. It was super cute.
Yeah.
And yeah, very simple concept, but they executed it very well. So yeah, I was still entertained, even though I think the pacing was off. Because I feel like by the time they're constantly just spacing each other the whole time for the dance scenes. And
Yes.
it's like by the third time, it's like, okay, like we've seen this
Look
already.
away. Look away.
Yeah. But it's fine. I get it. They're independent. You
Yes.
know, they did what they could.
Do what you can. Yeah, I could have really that beginning part. I was like, okay, okay, okay. I was like, can we please get to the song, Jesus? But once we got into it, like it was beautifully shot, and I love the room, and I love the outfits, and it is so beautiful seeing women who are older. In K-pop, just doing what makes them happy. Like there just was
Yeah.
a joy to it. It was beautiful. Like I'm a weirdo. I loved all the strings in that room. I was just like, listen, the PA who put this up really had a grand old time. Okay. I just really I enjoyed the music video. I thought it was a great music video to come out to be like, hey, we're back. This is what we want to do. We're here.
Mhm.
So I like the music video.
Solid work. All right. So, ooh, we got to pick a winner. Real quick, I'm just gonna get it out the way. I liked XLOV's video. I feel like it was the most cohesive. The points were there. I mean, I feel like the tomatoes and stuff was a little random. I ain't gonna hold you.
The
The
VeggieTales.
veggie tails in the back. The veggie tails in the back was giving what? What's that? But I can look past the veggie tails, okay? I feel like this video is far from ambiguous. As ambiguous as they are, nothing about what they were doing was. You feel me? And I feel like that's why they should have it for me this round.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes, I will agree with you yet again. I will give it to XLOV as well. I will say it's between GOT7 and XLOV for me.
Yeah.
GOT7, I realize it's just because I like looking at them kind of regardless of what is happening. So if I take that out and I think about just replayability and like entertainment, I have to give it to XLOV. Yeah.
For me, I'm also gonna have to give it to XLOV. I really like the message that was in the music video. I think that there's gonna be a lot of younger Korean people who watch this who feel less alone, and I think that that's a really important thing for people to have. So just on that alone, they win it for me.
Wow, look at us on the same page for the
I
first two
know.
rounds.
That's
And I was
crazy.
talking some big shit about GOT7 when I started with that.
I
Well,
love them so
I'm
much.
biased.
You still have one more round. Let's see what wins. And for everyone listening, let us know what wins for you too. Do you agree with us so far?
Yes, that's
if you
right.
do, let us know. If you don't, let us know.
Hello.
Okay, so the final round is all about the performance and choreography.
Round 3.
So back to XLOV, I'm a B. So I had already shouted out Rui and that amazing moment in the first verse.
Yeah.
And that's not the only trick though. Like we get a fan kick
Yeah.
in there near the
Yeah.
end.
Mhm.
I think the way they did this is really great because it's not too feminine actually.
Yeah.
They balanced the more kind of hard-hitting, quote unquote, masculine type kind of hip-hop-y movement
Yeah.
with the more feminine like hips and like hands and stuff really, really well. Like I feel like if you watch it, it's basically 50-50 between the two things. Or those two kind of types, I guess, of dance. And so I love that they did that because it didn't feel too gimmicky. Because I think if they did go too feminine and did too many of those types of tricks, it wouldn't have made the impact as much when you do get those.
Yeah.
So I think it was just well done in that case. I'm assuming the point dance is that hip. I'm a Bia. I think
Yeah.
so. That's at least what I remember the most with it. And yeah, and I also love the last chorus as well when they're all in a line and there's just all these like melts and stuff. it's just super impactful. So there's just a lot of good, memorable moments in here. So I enjoyed it. Jasmine, what did you think?
I also enjoyed it. I have never seen anyone do that in a K-pop like setting. I was like, oh Jesus. And then I like rewinded it and watched it again because not only it just the way it happens is so like fluid and sharp. I know that doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but it just was so beautiful. And so that made it stand out. And also it was like the way that they melted and stuff like that. I could tell that these were dancers that can sing.
Yeah.
These are like that is what they are good at is dancing and movement, which is really nice because I feel like we've also gotten a little bit away from that plot when it comes to K-pop. I feel like dancing is slowly starting to take a back burner. So for them to be like, oh no, let me just show you, like really like the dancing was beautiful, like from top to bottom. It truly was a masterpiece to be able to watch them.
Okay. She's you know, I think we all feel the same way about that laundry fold. Man, that man folded like laundry. He said, bloop. I was like, sir. Yeah, so I mean, I know a dip when I see one. There was no leg, honey, but I know a dip when I see one, okay? Yeah, I think that is a very striking thing to have. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, either he's from China or I forget, but this whole group, there's only one Korean member in this group, which is really interesting. And you can see it, like there's a certain kind of ballet style that is, you can tell the movement is very traditional in terms of like, I don't know if I don't want to say Chinese, I don't be wrong, but there's an Eastern style that a couple of them are well versed in and you can see it. But like you said, Chris, like you said, Jazz, you can tell that they are actually just good dancers. You can tell that they know how to find the balance between the feminine and the masculine. I think the shapes were great. There's formations on the floor that are really nice. This group is really in sync. And on top of that, beyond that, I was watching, I think it was Arirang, like an Arirang radio performance, and they actually sang. And once again, Wooty and Hyun, they can actually sing. Rui and oh God, I forgot the kid's name. I'm so sorry. But the other two, they're not bad. They're not bad, but you can tell like they're not as strong as Wooty and Hyun. Because Hyun, he took home that bridge. He handles a lot of the second verse. Wooty was doing the chorus. So they all are balanced out really well. But I was like, can they actually sing this? Can they do it? And they did. They were sitting down too. They were just like, here's my notes. Oh, woo-hoo. And I said, oh, baby, go ahead. Do your thing, honey. Go ahead. So I think in terms of performance, vocally and dance-wise, it's good. I do wish we could have gotten a vocal performance, even though I think it's impossible. You can't fold like laundry and then be sitting there singing like Beyonce, unless you are Beyonce. So, okay.
Except she lip syncs too.
Okay. Wait,
Cutting that out.
It's fever.
did you hear him?
Fever.
Right in the middle of Beyonce's Black Women's History in the middle of Black History Month.
You be fans right now talking about she lipsticks. Look, talking about K-pop. Keep her name out your mouth, okay?
Go right. Oh Lord. So we're going to move right along to our the second people. It's GOT7. Chris, go ahead.
They did sing live on all of their promo appearances. And, you know, the song's not easy to sing live. Like that chorus that they have to kind of use their head voice and transition into, you know, into the belt, into the chest. And that's tough to do when you're doing kind of this like hard-hitting choreo with all these like chest pops and stuff. And even honestly, the way the song is written, it's really not meant to be sung live like at all. Like they have to rely on the backing track because they just cannot breathe. Like especially like Jin Young, like his lines just go, there's no breath at all. And he's the only one who has to do the full dance routine like during his part. So so that made it a little awkward at times, but the mics were on and they kept it like very on. It wasn't, they weren't hiding behind the backing track. Like you could really hear their live vocals, and that's rare in K-pop now. So that was nice to hear. But the dance itself, I mean, they're always so good. Like their execution is so good. It always feels quite effortless. And then it's actually they make some really interesting choices actually with the way they hit things. And it can be quite subtle if you're not kind of watching each member and the different ways that they kind of make it their own.
Yeah.
So I always love watching GOT7 dance, I would say, and I love learning all their choreo too. I'm going to try to actually learn this one this month.
Ooh, okay.
We'll see if I can make it to all those classes. But we have to, of course, the highlight is them doing the 7
The 7,
symbol for the
yeah.
icon. Like, I love that.
Yes.
That whole like fast powder beret situation for the I don't wanna, you know, that makes an impact. Like, it's fun. It gives a little bit more energy compared to the rest of it, which is more just kind of little grooves and smoother moments as well. So yeah, it's fun. I'm excited to learn it.
Rated not. Have to come back and give us any dance, y'all.
It's true.
This is true.
They are a seasoned A+ K-pop group. They could came back, gave us the songs, good there, we would have clapped, okay? And you know what they did? They danced for us. Maybe I will dance for you. They danced for us. They were like, we're gonna come back the right way, we're gonna come back hard. And the dance it's so catchy. It's like, I am not a dancer, but I'm like, you know, I'm doing the dances and like, I'm not gonna pot of a right twist or whatever the hell you said. But
the way twist is crazy.
but it's a good dance, and they could tell that like it's something that did challenge them, because like at the end of the performances, they're not giving you heavy breathing because they are joking. They're giving you heavy breathing because they're like, no, we just dance. Like, this is what we do. So I really enjoyed watching them. I always enjoy watching them. Like you said, Pris, like the vocals were really good. Like, I have different names for them because I don't remember their names because I'm trash. Jackson sounded great live. He always does. Even Mark Twain sounded pretty good live, and he has a hard time with it every time. I was just very proud of them, and then also I know I can't remember his name, but he's the one. He's done he's transitioned over to the dramas, and they came back.
No, Jin Young.
Jin Young. He sounded like butter. He sounded so
I love
good.
him.
Yeah.
His voice is incredible. His acting is very good too. And Yu-Gi-Oh is always great, but like it's definitely that. But like again, that is why they are S-class K-pop. Like, you know, they're not fresh off. They're not coming back. They're reminding the world that no, we do this, and I appreciated it.
I just want to get this off my chest right now. Park Jin Young is so fine. Oh my God. That man is fine. Oh my God. He looks good. He looks so good. He sounds good too. You know, and also he's dancing really well too. Because like you mentioned, Jazz, he has been acting. It hasn't been like, oh, let me bust an 8 count real quick. But he fell back in. Jackson has been doing the whole Magic Man thing. Just got off tour, summer ago. So like, they all have been active, and you can see that. I think the fits overall, though, now that I'm past like Jin Young's fineness, the fits overall have been very interesting in the performances. You have all white on Inky Gaia, like that was a throwback to their old fits. You have the Western looks, which I enjoy because, you know, Bam Bam with the hat and the little vest. And then Jin Young has been going viral because he's been wearing a jacket that a stylist put him in, but it highlights the Delta Sigma Theta, you know, frat. So people aren't having that. So he's been getting some unwanted attention. Like someone said, he ain't no Delta. They hit him with the hat. So you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Is it helping the song go viral?
You know what? Can I tell you, when I was looking at the video, I was like, oh, he looks so good now. Look at them ears. Look at that face. Look at all that. Right? And then I look at the comments. They were like, they were like, what is he wearing this jacket for? I said, oh, hang on. There's a date on this. Oh, I said, oh, wait, those some black frats. Not the middle of Beyonce's Black History Women's Black Month. So it was just like, I mean, it doesn't take away from it for me. But again, it's not his fault. It's the stylist's fault. But overall, I enjoy what they've been wearing. They look good. They sound good. The choreography, the musicality is so good. At one point, they bust into the butterfly, and I was like, go the hell off. The running backwards is literally the most ridiculous thing ever, and I feel so bad for Jin Young in that one part, but I mean, it looks good when he's doing it. Again, the casual 7 is cute. The transitions are nice. The formations are not flashy. Again, just seasoned dudes doing what they do best. But still, he ain't no Delta.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Isn't it?
While we're talking about styling, I want to do this.
Yes.
Why does Bam Bam always wear a glove?
You know, honey, I don't know what he's trying to create. He's trying to create an artistic look.
they look just crazy because sometimes they'll be in a tank top and a full-length opera glove, and then sometimes it'll just be in a fingerless glove, just one. And then other times it would I just thought that maybe you would know is a reason because I have been trying to find out the history of Bam Bam's gloves for years, and so you don't know. That's my answer.
Is he hiding like a weird tattoo in his hand or something?
Maybe, or eczema?
Maybe, but he's been wearing the gloves since like early GOT7.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Oh, okay. Again, artistic. I'm crying. Not the opera. Stop with the elbow.
I'm telling. I'm gonna go find it. I'm gonna screenshot it and send it to y'all so you can see this man in opera gloves and like a shirt that says like Chicago. Wait.
What a funny. That is a visual I never thought I would like love to. It was just, guys, if you are listening to us on the podcast, make sure you turn the video on because that was hysterical. Y'all missing out. And also, if you are listening or watching, we are almost at 5K subs. I'm just saying, we're at what, 3,600? Like, come on, about
3,700 now.
36, exactly. And then hello, and then it's gonna be 4,000. It's gonna be 5,000. Do not miss the wave. Okay, hop on. CCTV Pops is the bomb. Okay, but yes, moving right along, we're on to player 3, BBGIRLS with Love 2. Chris, how do we feel about our girls?
Okay, so I said earlier when I think of them, I think of vocals. I do not think of dancing. And I know that they did go viral because of that like roll-in fan cam. But I never really understood why, because their execution of it was always at like 20%. You know, they're like barely rolling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Valid.
So they're really not meant, or they're not really, their strong point is not dancing. So this choreo really gives me nothing at all. You know, it's very feminine. It's very cute. There's lots of little kicks and little arm movements. There's that little bounce for the unana, which is, I guess, memorable. But yeah, vocally though, it's so good. Their vocals are so strong. Like across all of them, it's just so open. Like they look like they're putting no effort in, but they're belting their faces off. And the pitch is like absolutely perfect. So vocally, they're up there. Like K-pop idols need to learn from them. I'm glad they had dancers because that at least helped with some of the pictures and gave it a bit more energy. But this is unfortunately not one I will be watching a lot of performances for. What do you think, Jasmine?
Yeah, same. I just thought it was cute. Like, yay, it's cute. It's cute. She's cute. Is she cute? Like, that's all I can say. Is she cute? Like, the vocals is yes, they were incredible. They were belting their voices off, but like, she just cute. That's it. She cute.
She said gorgeous gowns. No, not even though they definitely sung, but you know,
it's just gowns.
Just gowns. The gowns.
This song, they did it. She cute.
She cute. She cute. You know, it's crazy. I feel like even though I wasn't gonna sit there and be like, oh my god, I'm gonna watch every single performance. I feel like the ladies did lovely. Like they looked lovely without being cheesy, and I agree with you. In my mind, I do not think dancers, like, even for songs like We Ride, they did like this weird little shoulder thing that I made fun of like a while ago. It's just not like the greatest movement. But for the first time in a really long time, it was a Cheat Bomb, something, the other song they had over the summer, they danced in that too, but it was still kind of flaily to me.
Yes.
This is the cleanest that I've seen them. I've watched the practices. The lines are nice. They are being fluid. They're in sync. They look youthful. I think the post-chorus, like, you know, dancing with the wavy hands, the ooh, that's good as well. It looks charming. I would say like the shapes that the background dancers help create, I love them. Like the stars align part when one of the singers were pointing and the star starts to populate, and then the hand with the bang chak hand. I was like, it's super cute. I think the musicality was impeccable because I'm like, I've seen girl group dance. I'm like, girl, why is she tutting right here? What is happening? Why is she sitting there hitting this weird like pop motion and no one asks for it? This one was like, this is the assignment. We're gonna be pretty. Here it is. It's a moment. And then smile at the end, ladies. That's it. So I appreciate it for sure. I say I appreciate it because y'all were talking about it's just cute. It is cute, but it was clean for them.
I wish I had a counter of how many times she said it's cute. Because you said what I said, just with more words. She did.
Yes.
She is cute. But I just want to say why she was cute. I feel like y'all, you know, right? 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 Throw a dog a bone here. What is But yes, that being said, though, we must pick our dance performance round winners. So, Chris.
Okay. Ooh, this is so hard. So, because I think
Oh.
again, it's between GOT7 and XLOV. Like GOT7 is very much how I like to dance, and like I said, I'm gonna go to learn it. But I was so just impressed by I'm a Bee and kind of all the tricks in it. I think I have to give it to XLOV. I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Wow.
GOT7.
Oh,
I love you.
no.
I gotta
I love
say,
you, Jackson.
roast him in the chat. Roast him. Flame him. I'm joking.
I feel the same because, like, I don't think in the history of any K-pop music video I've ever seen, any K-pop performances I've ever seen anybody fold like laundry.
Fold like
I've
laundry,
never
yeah.
seen it. Like, and for that, it's like you kind of have to give credit when it's due. I'm not saying that GOT7 wasn't incredible. I'm not saying that they didn't do their damn thing, because they did. None of them folded like laundry. None of them did a fan kick. None of them gave us femininity and masculinity. It's just they gave that little sprinkle on top, that MSG, you know?
We love MSG.
Yes, we
Roll
do.
it.
We do.
How about so to officially say XLOV.
Oh, I'm crying. She said, you said the same thing with so many words. I'm gonna say it with less X. I'm gonna give it to XLOV
Oh, Jesus.
for the same reason. Yo, you are great on our show. Too bad you don't have a C in your name, because if either one of us was ever sick, Jasmine works. Jasmine works.
Yes.
If either one of
Yes.
us were ever like deathly ill, get Jasmine. Get Jasmine.
I'll just change my name for the day. I'll just be Jasmine. Don't worry. I got you.
You funny.
Actually, in Korean, my name is Jasmine.
Oh, it is Jasmine.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, come on. 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. Let's go. Okay, so all right. So we have a split result, 3-way split. Each round was different. We all kind of voted. We all voted the same. Not even kind of. We all voted the same way.
Yeah.
But we must pick our overall thoughts. But we must pick the overall winner, because it's important. The fans want to know who takes it for the month of January.
Ooh.
All right. So, Jasmine, you're first.
Wow. Why do I feel like I'm giving my final rose? Like, this is
Oh.
serious. Man. You know what? Band-Aid off. I'm giving it to GOT7. Doing it. I'm giving it to GOT7 because those are my boys. I will refuse to let them fail.
That
okay?
is so funny. You
Okay.
know what?
They are the A-class group. Like,
Yeah.
XLOV beat them in several categories this time, but like GOT7 is that group for a reason, and I want to respect that and give them the respect that they're due. So that is why I'm giving that to them this time, because and XLOV, it was a hard mental battle. Like, they were really fighting. Them 4 boys were really fighting them 7 boys in my head, like ba ba ba, right?
Bye-bye.
And I have to get, but that's the A-class group. They've proven themselves time and time again. I can't wait to see what XLOV does. I hope they're on this again with another group that I'm not in love with. So I had to give it to my boys. Fight me in the comments, please.
She said, come for me. I don't care. All right. So, I think for me, it is in between XLOV and GOT7 as well. Where XLOV kind of just falls off for me is the song. I think I have a little bit too many like notes in terms of like, oh, this could have been like this. Da, 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 da. Even with GOT7, I'm like, this chorus would have been like, da, 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 da. But I'm going to give it to XLOV. Videos there, song, chorus, and GOT7's chorus is not great. Their chorus isn't great either. But I do believe that the overall effect of the song, I feel a little bit more with XLOV, because even with GOT7's lyricism, it was cheesy at some points, and God, we really, I am, you know, so I love them so much. I mean, Jin Young, your face isn't enough to save it, but honey, if XLOV wasn't on if they were not on the docket, you would have got it. Okay.
Okay. For me, I cannot give it to XLOV because that chorus is so annoying.
That's valid.
I cannot. As much as I
No,
love
that's
watching the
valid.
visuals of it, I will watch them perform it again for sure. Will I ever listen to it again though? Just like on Spotify? Probably not. Okay.
Yeah, that's valid.
GOT7, I like the song. I don't love the song. And I like other songs on the project more.
Okay.
So I actually will give it to BBGIRLS.
Whoa,
I will always
look at
rank.
this
I will always
episode.
rank the song itself higher than
That's
the other
valid.
two categories because
That's
it's what do
valid.
I want to listen to, and it will be that. So
That's valid.
we
Wow.
have 3 different winners here.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, guys, listen. Honestly, we've never had a show where it was like, oh yeah, same, different at the end. This is that was weird. Oh my goodness. But you know what? That's what it's all about. K-pop. Sometimes we meet in the middle. Sometimes we diverge at the end. Okay. But yeah, no, this has been such a fun episode. Guys, let us know what wins for you all, of course. But before we close out, thank you so much, Jasmine, an official
Yes.
CH. Thank you so much for joining us. Please plug yourself one more time for our listeners. Where can they find you? What you up to? Like, let them know.
I am on Instagram, J_YVONNES. That's really long. You just type in Jasmine Stephen, you will find me. I'm still gonna make TV, still gonna love K-pop. And I just also want to say I haven't laughed this hard in so freaking long. This was so much fun. I just have to say again, thank you so much for inviting me. Anytime, any place, anywhere, I will always be here for you all. So thank you.
Okay, Janet. She said
Yay.
anytime. All right, guys. So we are also, of course, available on all platforms. So make sure to comment and DM us at CCTV Pops to tell us what wins the pop off for you. And also keep it civil. Like, it's just music. You know, keep it cute. Keep it cute like BBGIRLS, okay? Hit those follow and subscribe buttons because we have some really fun episodes and more guests coming onto our show because we have, what? 3,700 subscribers. It's getting better and better, honey. It keeps getting better. Come on, Christina.
Yes.
All right, until next time, that's Chris.
That's Chantel and Jasmine.
And you were tuning in to CCTV, the Nonstop Pop Show.